If you got a problem with me, nigga, don't tell your mans you squashing it with me. Don't get on the phone, Rod Wave. I'll squabble up with you, nigga, anywhere, anytime. You ducked it, and then you had your pussy-ass assistant. Nigga, I'll squabble with you anytime. Nigga, you scrawny as fuck, nigga. You a drug addict, nigga. Stupid as fuck. What up? I've been on that, nigga. You DM me. You DM me where you at. I DM you where I'm gonna be at. You never showed me self trolling. Nigga, I will wash you anywhere, nigga. Facts. But we squashed it because Rod Wave is a mutual of ours. But don't fake squash it and send your pussy ass drawers holder to ever do nothing. So nigga, when I called you in the morning and I said, bro, you did that? And baby, you gotta respond to it. I'm gonna make this loud. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be pussy or you're gonna stand on it and say, I did backdoor that pussy ass thing. You thought we was cool? When I asked you in the morning, you know what you said? So the first thing I said, yo, bro, you know when a nigga came up to me, he said some 4PF shit. You know the first thing you said? Yo, act, chill, act, man, you on that police ass shit. You scared of this 4PF shit. Bet, cool. I said, yo, nah, baby, like the nigga was. So he's like, act, what? You acting dumb. I said, bro. He said, yo.
All right, man, let's, apparently DJ Akademiks got into a Lil Baby. From what I gather, he said the Lil Baby album was trash. A couple people said I don't listen to Lil Baby. To keep it a bean, and they said the album was trash. And basically, you know, DJ Akademiks is a legend that people called him, Lil Baby, the label allegedly called him and told him, let's squash it. 30K, I think that's what he said, for him to stop, tearing down the album. And it sounded like he said that in one of the clips that he can't lie to the people that the album is trash, but he could fall back. Apparently, Lil Baby, it sounded like never got over it. He said that he sent one of his mans, his blunt roller, whoever the dude was, in Miami, catching Act slipping and allegedly slapped DJ Akademiks. So now he taking it to the internet, telling the Lil Baby, basically, either you gotta admit that you backdoor me, because apparently Rod Wave and them got on the phone and they squash it between Ack and Lil Baby. Lil Baby fake squashed it, I guess, according to Ack. Then since his man to slap him, then when he confronted him on the phone, he was like, man, you on that police ass shit. And he was like, nah, now DJ Akademiks gonna prove to the world that Lil Baby basically made a backdoor deal, act like they was cool and snuck you. Let me say this, man. You could tell people who grew up in the hood or grew up in the streets, and who didn't. You can always kind of read the room. Even on the phone, it's better when you in person. When you can read somebody's body language, like, we good. Let's squash it. I've been there, done that before, with niggas, and I know it's not good. And you got to keep your head on the swivel. You know what I'm saying? We act like it's good, but it's not good. And they still won't smoke. And then you got to show it. Once you beefing with a dude and they get mad at something as far as they craft and they music that he put his life and heart into, dog, it ain't gonna never be good. He gonna feel a certain type of way, bro. Like, if you critique these new generations of musicians or you create these new generation of kids, and the thing about it is when you have constructive criticism, even when it's accurate, they deem it as hating and they never get over it. Even if they know what you're saying is true, it hurts them more. So you have to understand, when you take the position to act and you take the position of, honesty, and honesty don't go into an artist's way, into a particular person's way. When you choose the way of being honest to your people on the platform, when it's time, it come with a lot of backlash, because people don't like honesty. People like fraud. People like fake AI pictures. People like filters. People like lies. As much as, they say women like to be lied to, we're in the feminine era for men where men like to be lied to. So these men, they want to be lied to. So when you take that stance, you ain't doing goofball shit, and you standing on honesty and you standing on integrity, this is what it come with. See, a lot of these dudes build their platform off a minstrel show, off of lies, off of pandering, off of catering, or they may take a hard stance like Joe Budden and be harsh. But you got to understand what came with being harsh with Joe Budden. A lot of backlash, you hating, you this, that, and the third. Like, people don't want to keep it a bean. But to be honest with you, like, it's funny seeing like Anton Daniels and DJ Akademiks try to be a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you're not a tough guy. We don't think you're going to watch Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? It ain't going to be no fair one. And he's talking about, well, I send the money back to the labels where I got it from. And for the most part, Lil Baby doing it smart. Lil Baby has been very irrelevant. And people in the comment section was like, I forgot about Lil Baby. I forgot that he existed. But now Lil Baby pretty much didn't use you to put his name back in the algorithm, and maybe about to drop an album off this and try to get some momentum. And it could be DJ Akademiks, Lil Baby faking the beef to get Lil Baby some rhythm back. But what most rappers don't understand, and it showed this in the Boondocks, your run ain't long. It's like the NFL, you know, the acronym NFL, not for long. Your run, if you lucky to have 1 or 2 good albums as a rapper. That's why you hear a lot of musicians in the music industry. They say, you know, I didn't really start making money until my second contract. If you get a second contract, that means you at least had 2 or 3 good albums. So now that you done paid the money back that they didn't invested in you, now they know you got a longevity. Now they're ready to pour that money back, pour money into you and your project. But it's hard to get to that second wave of albums. When you look at a guy like T.I., T.I., you look at, you know, I'm Serious. Some people, it was a commercial flop, but it was a good album. He got trap music. It brought him back. Urban Legend made him a star. You know, King. And, you know, by the time he probably got to like, you know, Urban Legend, it was over with. By the time he got to King, he started clocking real money. He probably got to that next wave of negotiations and the deal. You look at a guy like Ludacris, who I wanted to say, back for the first time, is something that he funded out of his own pocket. Most people don't know. He funded that out of his own pocket. They just repackaged it and major distributed it. But, you know, by the time he got the word of mouth and, you know, his second wave of albums, Ludacris probably really started clocking money. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z, you know, the first album was a joint dealership with Priority. But by the time Jay-Z really dug in, by the time, you know, the Blueprint tour, he was really clocking money. That first contract, the first 1, 2, 3 albums, you know, if you're able to get to another deal where you getting the 3, 4, 5 albums, that's where the money you can make off of selling albums and off the record deal. But when you're a rapper or an artist, most of the money that you get nowadays come from, or it always have been, from doing shows, but, you know, doing club walkthroughs, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, selling merchandise at your shows. That's where your money come from. That's where your money come from. But once you get to that next wave of contracts, now you can start demanding a little bit more money on album sales or streams. Then you can start demanding money that the company or the label can pour into you, where they don't recoup it because you worth something. Now you're doing commercials. Now it's a lot more money. That's why you see somebody like Rihanna, you know, pivot to Fendi Savage. You know, that's why you see somebody like Beyonce, you know, pivot to doing shoe deals and all that. You see Jay-Z do shoe deals, 50 Cent do. Rap is really supposed to get your foot in the door commercially, and then you supposed to go do other things like find other artists, or, you know, get into show business, directing movies, directing videos, being in movies, you know, doing commercials, creating your brand deals. Rap is just the beginning. Most of these guys ain't been rich off rap. Master P is one of the few guys that's been rich off rap because of the deal he had. But most of the time, these guys get their real money, their richness and their wealth. They get that outside of rap. They use their notoriety and music to catapult them like Jennifer Hudson with a TV show. You know, so, but yeah, this could be a fake beef just to boost Lil Baby name up, in my opinion. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the music entertainment playlist. Hit the link trees, the first in the description. Find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Peace.